Hey, this is Chris, and I have COVID-19. Yep, that's true. Thanks for checking out my first vlog of life with COVID-19. If you're here, maybe you have COVID-19 or you have somebody in your family that has COVID-19 or you're just curious about it. So the purpose of these videos, I'm going to be doing daily vlogs, is to give you a view into what life is like with COVID. I am on day 2 of knowing, so yesterday I found out at 5:30 in the morning, and technically I've had COVID since the 12th, so 4 days now. I've been working, I'll give you a bit of backstory first, just so you know what's kind of going on here and where I come from and all that. So I'm in a town called Chilliwack in British Columbia, Canada, one of the most beautiful places that you can live in, surrounded by mountains and lakes, and check it out. But anyways, I have been working in a COVID-19 isolation center for the homeless people of our community since April of 2020. If I'm looking down, it's because I have some notes here. I just want to get the details. So December 31st, our town had an outbreak of COVID-19 infecting most of actually the staff and the clients of a local shelter. Where I work is actually a shelter for people that are getting tested or have COVID-19, where they can self-isolate. And these people are homeless. A lot of them are addicted to either alcohol or drugs or some other substance. They also often have mental health issues and stuff like that. So they're kind of the outcasts of our community, but they're people that need love and support. So I've been working there for quite a while, since basically COVID-19 started. So honestly, I ended up being quite a heroic event at where we work. We were thrown into action right away, kind of like a military campaign when this happened, as dozens of people came through our doors, and we were going to be housing, caring, and supporting these people without really any notice. Due to the risk of COVID-19, I decided myself to self-isolate. So I've been isolating in my parents' RV for the past 2 weeks today. So today is my 2-week mark. 2 days ago, January 15th, I worked an overnight shift. My first overnight shift, or first time being up overnight in a long time, since back in the day when I was a youth pastor doing overnights. So 2 days ago, January 15th, I had kind of slight tickle in my throat. Didn't think anything of it, just thought I was tired, because I was super tired. I wasn't used to being up that night, or that late. So I didn't really think anything of it, but just slight tickle in my throat and coughing. The next morning I woke up with a cough, and my wife, when I called her, convinced me to go get tested. Honestly, I didn't want to get tested because I had one more shift. I was planning on getting tested the next day because I didn't want to have to miss shifts at work. But she convinced me to get tested. So about 3 o'clock in the afternoon, Friday, today is Sunday, I got tested, and that was about it. Went on with my day, isolated in the RV. That night was pretty rough. The tickle developed to a full inflammation in my throat, my lungs, and I had a really bad cough and just couldn't sleep, and was up all night coughing. And realized pretty quickly that night that I likely had COVID-19 because the symptoms were getting a lot more severe. Currently, my symptoms aren't too bad. I've kind of come and gone with some coughing. I've had some dizziness. I've had some stomach stuff. I've had some diarrhea. You probably don't want to know that. What else? Fatigue, all those kind of things, but nothing major. Kind of like a common cold, I would have to say. Anyways, so that night I was sick. That was last night, and I knew by that point I must have COVID-19. 5:30 in the morning, I get a text from the contact tracing saying, yes, you're positive, you have to isolate for the next 10 days. And reality sets in. I'm COVID positive. So sure enough, that was the results. So basically, before that, there's some anxiety. What if I do? You're thinking through the process of what it's like to have COVID. What kind of risks are there? Excuse me. And you think about, like, man, is my life insurance up to date? Have I told my kids that I love them? Do they know that I love them? Have I loved my wife well enough? Have I told her? Like, you start thinking about the more important things in life, and yeah, you can dwell on that a lot of just what happens now. Then you start thinking about the practical things and how do I isolate properly? The problem is I'm in an RV and it's not connected to sewage. It has water, but I haven't really been using the washroom and the shower because I have no way of emptying those tanks. So what do I do now? I can't go into my parents' house to use theirs. I don't have the access to the work anymore because I've been showering and going to work using the facilities there. So that was one big one. Then you start thinking, who might have I infected? You think about all the people that you work with. So I started sending messages to those that I had worked with. I messaged a girl I worked with quite a bit the first couple of weeks, and she messaged me back and says, I think I've got it too, and she's getting tested because she had symptoms too. And then some other people and my boss and all that, and you're just like, the whirlwind starts. And that was kind of yesterday morning. So after you talking to people and calling my wife and calling my family and calling the people I think that needed to know, contact tracing, and the nurses start calling, and got a few calls from them. First just from a nurse explaining that yes, I have COVID and here are the things I need to look out for and what I need to do. And then you talk to contact tracing and they just grill you. They ask you every question in the book, who you talked to or who you've been in contact with and all those different things. So after about an hour of that, you're now like 3 o'clock in the afternoon and you're like, wow, what am I going to do now? Yeah, and reality clicks in, and my wife is kind of calling and I've been talking to her, and she's trying to keep me up and positive, and then you gotta come to reality, to come to grips. What are you going to do over the next 9 days? Hopefully that's all it is. I'll be COVID negative by then. But what if I'm not? What if I get sicker and all that kind of stuff? So today I woke up and in a good frame of mind. Today's Sunday. I'm a Christ follower. I'm a Christian. So I watched church this morning and was blessed by that. And decided maybe I can use this time just to help some people, and that's what comes to this video. That's why I made it, and hopefully this video will be helpful to you. So that's the plan. I'm going to be making a daily vlog, video log, to just let people know about the experience, what I'm going through, and what it's like, and maybe I can share some resources, stories, all that kind of stuff. So if you're watching this today on Facebook, this is the only day I'm going to be posting on Facebook. Otherwise, I'm just going to be posting links to a YouTube channel I will start up today. So you can like it on Facebook. I'm not making a channel or a Facebook page for this at the moment. I'm just going to make a YouTube channel and post it on my own personal Facebook channel. But if you're finding this on Facebook today or on YouTube, why don't you subscribe, like it, hit that little notification bell, and I'm going to post there. And it'd be great if you actually shared comments. So if you have COVID or you have COVID questions, maybe I can help you out, or you can help the viewers out. Also, I will try to continue this going after I have COVID, to just try and help and be a resource for people that are going through this. I'm in Chilliwack in Canada, so I can help those out in Canada that maybe have found, or the resources I found to help you through this. If you've already had it, maybe you have some more resources. My wife is a public health nurse, and she has lots of access to different things too, so she's going to be probably sharing some information or giving it to me, and I can pass it on to you. So thanks so much for watching. My name is Chris. I have COVID-19, and adios. Thanks for watching.